you ever have those days in your business where things just don't go right and no matter what, it seems like you're not progressing? If so, this is the video you want to watch on those days. I'm going to share with you my mindset and my mentality when those things happen because it happens to all of us. Take a look. Hey everyone, Kevin Small with 2Q Lead Generation Strategies. If you are brand new to our channel, welcome. We are so glad you're here. What we're all about is helping real estate agents just like you generate more leads, set more appointments, close more deals, build a huge audience using social media. So if tips and strategies around those things are helpful to you, make sure you subscribe. We'd love to have you here as part of our community. Before we get going in today's video, just one quick note down in the description below. You will find a link to our brand new training, and it basically is the blueprint of how to get from 10 to 50 transactions. So don't focus on the number of 10 or 50. It's more about the process of how to 4 or 5 times your business and what that takes to get there. So totally free. Make sure you go check that out. It is time well spent. So the topic of today's video, what we're talking about is what do you do on days when it just seems like nothing is happening? So part of the reason, just full disclosure, why I'm recording this video is it's probably more therapeutic for me, and hopefully in the process of being therapeutic for me, it helps somebody else out along the way. We all have those days when you just feel like you're pouring yourself into your business, you're doing everything that really matters, and yet you're just not seeing things move or move at the pace that you want. I'm kind of having one of those days today, and so I figured one of the best things I could do to kind of pull myself out of it and just get myself in the right mindset is kind of just share really a principle I learned this last week that has been kind of helpful. So I was listening to a podcast, and the person being interviewed on the podcast was talking about a principle that he called invisible success. And so he tells this story that is super relevant. And the story is he had a son who went to a birthday party. And at the birthday party, like frequently happens, they had a piñata there. And so, the first kid gets up and, he's blindfolded and he's swinging away and missing. And then all of a sudden he makes connection and piñata doesn't break, right? And the next kid, they, gets up, blindfold him, same thing, swing, miss, and finally hits and nothing happens. And so this is happening with quite a few kids, and they get to the last one, and he said this kid was the smallest, scrawniest of all of them. And the same thing happens. They blindfold him. He's swinging, miss, and he finally connects. And the piñata shatters and the candy comes out and everybody's cheering, grabbing candy, and this big exciting moment. And so he said he had this thought as he was watching this unfold where the question that he had in his mind was, why did the piñata break? Was it because of the one final hit? Was that what made it break? Or was it all of the successive hits leading up to that point? And he said, obviously the conclusion that I came to and the right answer had nothing to do with really that final moment, but it was all those successive things leading up to that, right? And so with that being said, this is where he learned the principle that he calls invisible success. There are things that you do in your business where you make phone calls and you send texts and you follow up and you do this and you do that and you're creating videos and creating social media posts and you're doing everything you can to move the needle in your business. And there are days where you just don't see any kind of results or anything happening. But then something happens a little bit down the road that makes you see the success of all those other steps that you did, right? And so that's the principle that I really wanted to convey in today's video. Today's going to be a shorter video, but I want you to understand and keep in mind the principle of invisible success. There are a lot of things that you're probably doing in your business that are leading to that big moment when the piñata breaks. But you've got to keep in mind all of these other things are part of that success. It's not isolated incidents, right? So this is just the big picture. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep your foot on the gas. keep moving forward and you will see success, right? This is why consistency is really the name of the game when you are self-employed and you're in business for yourself, is just because that's what makes the biggest difference. Consistency, consistency, consistency. So hopefully that principle of invisible success helps you like it did me. If so, take a split second, click that thumbs up button down below. Obviously, if you haven't subscribed, we'd love to have you here in our community. Please subscribe. There's the bell notification, and you'll be notified every time we put out brand new videos. We put out a lot of videos every week, both short and long form content, so make sure you check that out. Also, if you're interested in our social media marketing services, down in the description below, you will find a link for those services where you can find out more information, so feel free to check that out. Other than that, that's it. Make it a great week. Keep crushing it in your real estate business. As always, if we can help, let us know. Otherwise, we will see you on the next video. Take care.